Annabelle was developed here in the United States. I don't know if it's based on any older mythology. I haven't been able to see that. But Annabelle herself was established in the Conjuring Universe, right? The Conjuring Universe is a terrifying place to go. I'll break out the Conjuring Universe in another video, right? You don't want to go to the Conjuring Universe, but you know what? The Conjuring Universe wants your ass there right now. And in this universe, demonic entities, they possess animate dolls, right? And this porcelain doll, right? Because, okay, in this world, it's not actually a demon possessing a doll. It's not that, right? It's not a doll inside of the thing, right? It ain't gonna matter for you, right? Like, I don't know why they make this distinction, because you ain't gonna care, because she's doing the same thing to you that if it was really a doll, that was really, it effectively doesn't matter. But the doll itself, for those who are next level on it, she is actually a conduit. She's a physical object through which a demon can establish a presence, manipulate its victims, and eventually attempt to possess a living being, right? How that's not a demon inside of the doll, I don't know. But technically, it's just a conduit for a demon so he can get up in your ass, right? That's how Annabelle is operating, right? Even though she's in the doll, like I guess he can come and he can go, that makes you a conduit. I don't know what the difference is, but basically the demon comes through the doll, right? And it's a creepy ass doll. This is an ancient, right? It's an ancient porcelain doll. Like, this is a porcelain scale doll. It's very old school. I think these dolls were a lot more prevalent like in the 30s, like 30s, 40s, right? I've written a letter for daddy. Have you seen it's a Betty Davis movie, and she looks just like this. What was her name, man? It was a little something, man. It's a bug out movie too. It's not sci-fi, there's not any mythology to it, but it's like a cold-blooded movie, man. Her and somebody else. I don't think it's Anne Bancroft. It's some other old celebrity that if I saw her face, I still wouldn't recognize her, but I'd know the voice, right? So this is what she is. Annabelle, like, this family picks her up after having a mechanical problem, right? And they somehow end up bringing this doll. The child gets killed, and after the death, like, the parents experience what they believe was signs of their daughter's continued presence in the house, right? So they think that their daughter is still there, but it ain't their daughter. It sure is not. It's Annabelle, right? It's whatever this presence is. And what it does is it's using the appearance of a dead child to manipulate your emotions. It understands. This is the thing about demons, man. Like, I don't know. I've never seen a demon in a psychology class. Like, I've taken a couple of psych classes, never saw anyone as a demon. I went to school with kids from all over the place, right? I went to a very international school, man. France, China, one of my bus homies was Russian, right? Like, again, never saw a demon there. There's not one demon in our whole school taking a psychology class, but these fuckers understand psychology. They know how your brain works. They understand our grief. Like, they don't care about anything. I don't think they actually care when another demon dies. Like, I don't know if they actually, like, I don't know if a demon ever stops and be like, damn, man, I'm gonna miss Azrael. I don't know if they actually do that, but they understand that we do it, and that's all that matters. So this is what they do, man. They start moving through your kids. Like, this demon, it connects to your grief, right? So you got to be healthy about how you handle your grief, right? This also kind of incides with, like, some orphans. Like, at any point, all this goes down. These people have this doll here, and eventually it passes into a child in the house, right? And this goes on like a whole melee. Like, they would be several forms of attack and fight back, and it's just terrifying, man. Like, nurses, it's a long line of problematic issues related to Annabelle, right? And here's what the problem is that whatever the hell this demon is, this thing is massively powerful, right? And they don't necessarily show any way to resist this demon. Like, they don't show us. They use techniques and spells. So I guess they still, like, here's my thing. Like, I never really talk about my actual belief system. I don't really get into that for obvious reasons, right? For obvious reasons, I don't talk a lot about me up here in public, because people will take that and use that against you, right? But one thing I do believe is that, man, you're supposed to counter whatever evil spirits with some good spirits, right? Like, I would say this right off the bat: Annabelle, if she in the house, man, put some comedy records on, man. I go back to the old Richard Pryor. We got some classic Richard Pryor albums. They have albums, dude. I have some homies like Vinyl's back, by the way. I just repaired an old record player. I got it in my garage. So Richard Wax is back, right? And I got some old Richard Pryor albums, like The Sound of Laughter, whatever you like, man. Play some Bob Denver, man. If that what brings joy into your house. So this is what you're talking about when you got the presence of a demon. They don't like that. They are not gonna like comedy. They're not gonna like that. Put on some Martin, right? These are my suggestions, right? Put on some Martin. My go-to move is the demon's really bad up in here, man. I'm telling you, man. Like, look, I'm telling you guys what to do, man. Get some Mahalia Jackson. I'm not joking. I know it sounds funny, and I'm not even religious like that. But it's about vibration, right? It's about, like, you think about spell casting. Shh, don't talk about something. Right? She's a powerful, spiritual voice, yelling out like divine. She's hitting divine frequencies. I'm telling you specific. Mahalia Jackson. Put that on, man. Demons can't take that, man. Demons cannot take Mahalia Jackson. Whatever you want. Now, everybody has, and you've seen it, like, if you got demons, and we've seen, like, movies where, like Catholic priests are, like, exorcising a demon, they use chanting. Chanting is also vibration. Mahalia Jackson's vibration, chanting is vibration, right? So that's all I'm saying, man. You can use Mahalia Jackson to ward off demons. So if you think you got a possessed doll like this in the house, you about to hear it, man. You about to really get a healthy dose of Mahalia Jackson, right? Like, that's where we going with it immediately. Like, some more spiritual music. And if you really start tripping, put some Patti LaBelle on your ass too, right? But that's what we get. So you got to understand, like, Annabelle is this will ruin your life. Think about it, man. She knows about your grief. How? She's not reading the obituaries, right? She didn't go through the obituaries and be like, oh, such and such's pops just died, or your auntie just died. Let me figure out how to. They go inside your brain and they pull out what your actual grief is, which unto itself is pretty powerful, right? Think about like the amount of psychic abilities it would take to pull hidden information out of your noodle about your trauma, and that's what she's capable to do. You gotta watch this stuff. Like, this is like I'm trying to walk around Magneto's helmet on me because how do I keep her out of my noodle? Like, she's worse than Emma Frost, clearly, right? Clearly worse than Emma Frost. Now, we also seen her to be a psychological terror. Like, this is the type of demon, man. They don't even come directly at you and just punch you in the face and say, let's get them up. These demons mess with you psychologically, man. First, they make you doubt yourself, right? You know how it is. Like, you put the TV on and you put the game on. You're like, yeah, I'm about to watch the game, right? And then you go to get you the soda out of the refrigerator and you come back and TV's on something else. And you're like, damn, what the hell? I was just getting to watch the game. So then you get back to put the TV on the right channel and you turn around and your drink is gone. That kind of stuff. You start to be like, man, and there's only you and another person in the house. You're like, hey, man, you just take my drink. And so they like to start discord like that. That's the first thing. Demons like this, very dishonorable creatures. These are some of the foulest creature type demons that you can run into, right? These are the straight a-holes of demons, right? That's what I'm saying. Keep it light. Like, they make you mad. Now you beefing with your homie or your wife or a soda that you think she stole from you that she didn't, and now you missing the first part of the Laker game, right? All because this asshole demon is messing all up in your business, right? Because that's how they roll. And then she be using her telekinesis, right? Like, ooh, I'm gonna knock some stuff down that you were going to do. I'm gonna trip you, or I'm gonna slam the door real hard. You know what it is? You know how tough that is? Because, like, with me, when I hear somebody slam the door, I get mad. Because I'm like, what you trying to say? Like, I feel like that's an aggressive move. Like, I don't like the way you talking to me through this door. So you already raising the tension levels in my household, right? You keeping all my households primed for demonology, right? Like, they need this stuff. Whatever kind of demon it is, they don't want happiness at your house, right? They don't want happiness in the space where you are. You could also put on some Tribe Called Quest, right? Like you could get that flow and get a vibration, start keeping them at bay. Then this little heifer right here, man, she be doing all kind of stuff, apparitions, right? Making you see stuff, taking on ghostly forms. You be like, who's at my house? Who's just in the kitchen? And there's nobody there, right? But you know somebody was there, man, because you don't play like that in your household, right? You don't be letting random ghosts come through my house. What's wrong with you, right? Then, like, the worst of all, then she'll possess somebody, man. It'll probably possess somebody that you actually care about, man. Like your daughter, man. Now you gotta punch your daughter in the face. You know how difficult that is as a father to look at your daughter and be like, yeah, that's a demon up in you, and I just gotta deal with it, right? So this is what it is. She'll be creating illusions. She can teleport. Like, this little, for not being able to walk, this dog goes faster than you. By the time you get from downstairs to upstairs, she's also upstairs. I'm telling you, this little heifer right here, man, she's cold-blooded, man. She's a cold piece of work, man. She's hard to work with, man. And I'm telling you, man, she also has spiritual attraction, right? She can command other spiritual entities. Think about that. You at the spot, and now she's using other henchmen entities to mess up your stuff, man. Like I said, changing the channel on your TV, unplugging the refrigerator, unplugging your phone. You know when you think that you plugged your phone in, you're like, man, I know I plugged this phone in, but you come and your phone is dead. That's because when little bitch-ass demons unplug your phone, they know all the stuff that messes with you. They know the key things that's going to mess you up. They know how to get into your phone. They'll be deleting stuff, texting people that you didn't want, hitting send. I'm telling you, man, sometimes I'll come back to my channel, and I'm like, what do you mean I got a flag? I didn't post that. All right? The fool's got my password. Because they'll be sitting over your shoulder, you know, because you're invisible, getting your password. They do all kinds of stuff like that. She also has supernatural influence over technology. Annabelle, why are you an ancient demon, but you can control technology? I can't justify that, but she can, right? She be turning off the lights. Don't be around an elevator. Don't be in an elevator if Annabelle's messing with you, man, because you know what? That elevator all of a sudden ain't going to be your friend, right? How she got that, how she understands circuits and control boards and electricity, I don't know. Because I bet y'all don't even have elevators where you come from. I bet wherever that demon comes from, you guys don't have a elevator, right? So I don't understand how you can take on technology. TVs, phones, right? Like I'm telling you, man, now they Android compliant, man. Now they're getting to your Apple, right? Your iPhones, right? They're everywhere now, right? They know all about technology. They're like spiritual gremlins, right? They'll get in, they'll take over, and your own stuff will be working against you. And on top of that, man, like incredible strength. She'd tear this whole room up right now, man. If Annabelle really got down, she would tear this entire room apart just like that, right? She can manifest all types of strength through the demons that she summons, or if she gets inside of a human, now you got superhuman strength. They can manipulate your soul. This is where she's at. This is soul manipulation. These are the levels of power that we get. We talk about a truly, truly powerful demonic entity, such as the one we associate with Annabelle, right? But Annabelle, the spirit itself, needs that conduit. It needs the doll for the conduit so I can anchor into the physical world. So this restricts access to the doll and greatly reduces its ability to operate. That need of a conduit is the only thing that's really holding this little MF back, right? Is that it also sometimes requires permission. This is a weird thing about it. For being like really dirty and murderous, a lot of these demons really stick to rules, man. They're not joking. When they say, if you can find out the rules to a demon, they gotta stick by those rules. It makes no sense at all. You guys are literally the embodiment of not rules, right? Everything about you sounds like it's not rules, except it is rules, right? So you can keep them held. Like they have this entity, they rely on human beings to open doors. Sometimes literally and sometimes spiritually. Sometimes you let them in, right? You gotta be cautious with your words, especially when you're moments of grief, because that's when they hover, man. When you're feeling bad, like, you know what I'm saying? That's why you got to try to get your spirits lifted up, because they're not attracted to you when you're doing good. When you shining, when you feeling clean, you got your new shoes on, just got a haircut, slightly faded, got some new cologne, you feeling good about yourself. Demons not trying to mess with you, then, man. You shining too hard. They don't like that. But when you got some tragedy that went to your house, which is fucked up, right? Like we just lost a child, we just had death in the family, and now you show up. That's the time you come to show up, because again, this is when you're at your weakest. And I tell you, these demons, they don't care about you, man. They really don't, man. But oddly enough, they stick to the rules, right? Now what you can use against demon as well is religious objects and blessings like holy water, sacrament bearers. They can contain or even weaken a demon like this. They don't necessarily destroy it, but you gotta, be smart, like where you can restrict, where you can lock it in, box the demon in. You do what you gotta do to it, man. And human resistance. Sometimes us just being like, you know what, man? I'm sure you know what that means, right? I'm sure you lived in ancient people and you possess someone that gave you that actual same symbolic flash of a gesture, right? And so you get what I'm telling you when I'm saying it in this moment, right? So looking at Annabelle in review, is Annabelle evil? Hell yeah. She's one of the most evil things I've ever seen. Like this personal doll, like, yeah, whatever. Like the evil associated with her, this is a pure demon, man. This is a demon among demons, a demon who has demoned his way through demonhood, right? He is matriculated from a small demon just coming up, getting himself established in the game, figuring out his niche, to a full-on established demon, man. He's third in the league in scoring, made the all-demon lit first team, right? And just sign a long-term contract with you. So this is what this demon is all about. Like Annabelle, like she moves, man. She's a hustler, baby. She moves like Big Paulie, right? She doesn't speak. She don't walk around. She don't be doing stuff. She's be like, yeah, sitting there. Always sitting there, man. Oh, man, I'm kind of like feeling like she's looking at me right now. I kind of got to look away, right? Because I can't look at the screen. Because that's what she is. Like, she spends decades and decades checking out the scene, man. Getting it prepared. Finding somebody worthy to which she's going to possess. Moving all the pieces in the line for her, right? Like, she's a smooth hustler, man. This is what you would call a smooth criminal, man. This is where she's at with it, man. This is an amazing, amazing creation. Now, this series has been around for a while. Came out in 2013. So we're 13 years into Annabella, man. Like, she's everywhere. I'm sure you guys have, unfortunately, run into her. And this film was directed by James Wan, and this is Clyde Hayes and Carrie H. Hayes, right? This came off of this led to Annabelle having her own series. The Conjuring came out first, 2013. The Annabelle was so dope that people was like, man, we got to sign her, man. She putting up 40. Let's sign her. So Annabelle has gotten her own series. This is also released in 2014. And looks like another one came out in 2017 and 2019, right? So they've got a series of films. If you want to watch them in order, and I don't know why you would, unless you're just like, I'm constipated and I need to get all the fecal matter out of my body. Yeah, by the second one, that'll be accomplished. You'll no longer have any fecal matter in your body, because Annabella will have scared the fecal matter up out of you, right? So you would start with Annabelle the Creation. This is all about her manufacturing and the possession of Janice, her first OG possession. Then you get into Annabelle, which is Annabelle Huggins. This is the former family and the doll's return. That's Annabelle. Then you go to The Conjuring. And then you go to Annabelle Comes Home, which, goddamn, I don't even want to watch Annabelle Comes Home. What could that potentially be like? And I bet it ain't going to be no good, right, for you. Not that they're bad films. I'm just not doing it anymore, man. Like, that's just, Annabelle is just, she's too fire out there, man. I literally cannot even mess with Annabelle on any level, man. Like, I'm just, that one right there, man. And the success of it, like the success of the films really says a lot, right? It really, really says a lot. Because like I said, when you get 4 films in, I'm just getting another image for you guys. It says a lot. Like, we clearly love these films. And this is marriage. Don't get caught into that Toy Story nonsense, right? Because they don't know how to actually evaluate what things are doing when you're not watching, okay? So looking at Annabelle, like just the longevity of her, the power set, like, is insane. There's not a lot that she can't do. Like, this is a full-on prescribed demon. I wish I could tell you, like, how to keep Annabelle up out of your spot. The safest thing that you can do is not be picking up no goddamn dolls and bringing them home. Especially a used one, man. Like, it's like, what we have learned is that don't buy dolls in alleys and don't buy dolls at garage sales, right? Yard sales. Don't do that, right? Garage sale dolls almost always have a spirit in them. Like, garage sale dolls are the Toy Story toy, and then everything went bad, right? You know, I was in Toy Story, and like, it's a good story, and it's buzz and all that, but when it goes bad, all of a sudden, it's a murderous doll, right? So Annabella, man, this thing comes out. It's been around. This is a true demon nature. Its primary objective is to manipulate human victims and claim a soul. That's what she's all about. This is how they get paid. She has 100% commission gig. That's all paid on how many souls that you actually get in. I don't care how many damn sales calls you made today. I don't even care how many business cards you gave out, Annabella. How many souls did you claim down here? We're working at Soul Stealers Inc., right? And you're our top rep because you bring it in. And that's what Annabella does. She brings in your soul. They have a whole history of these appearances going all the way back to 2013. So now she's kind of OG. And we know her tactics, right? Like, this is one of the most insidious lion-ass demons that you will ever run into. Annabelle will do everything, anything in her capabilities to trick you. I mean, that's how hard she goes in the paint to get your ass in line, right? She uses deception. She's a master of psychological terror. She has supernatural attacks. She be doing Indian burns. She will run your credit up. She'll call the police on you. She'll possess children in your house, right? There is no thing that is outside of her reach and what I will do to get this possession on. That's the incredible part. Like, and she's not dangerous because she can get up and walk. She's not going to chase you around. She's the opposite of like a Chucky, right? Like Chucky, you're in fear of Chucky because you're like, oh man, where's Chucky at? Like, I get that. Like, I personally, and we're gonna talk about Chucky. I personally feel like I'll beat Chucky's ass, right? I'm not concerned about Chucky. Like, in any real sense of the word, I'm not concerned about Chucky. So I'm not gonna pretend to be. I'm not gonna pretend in any way. So his little run around high, like, yeah, okay, you might get that first initial, like, yeah, on me. But if I'm aware of your presence already, if I already know what's getting ready to go down with you, I can ease. Like, you didn't get super strong. That's your problem. You're trapped in a little doll's body. So unfortunately for you, there ain't going to be a lot you can do against me in a fight. Annabelle operates differently because of her stealth, because of her, like, ability to launch long range attacks. She creates a whole different, like, parameter of concerns, right? And I got to be real with that one, okay? So let's move on to the next one. We got up next. Okay, no, we're not ready for this guy yet. I got another one for you. Let me pull this image up because I don't think I put it in here, and we're gonna want it.